I'm Megan Teigland.
I'm Greg Teigland, and this is our son Henry, and this is his story. Ooh, what is that? Hit this button here. Hit this button. He was having a little stomach issues, and we kind of were thinking he might have the flu, so we went in beginning of April, and Mom brought him in, and they said, yeah, he's kind of flu-like, but they didn't really pull a lot of numbers and things just because it was that time of year. And by the middle of April, he was feeling a little better, but he went to daycare on Monday, April 15th, and they said his stomach was a little distended, and he just seemed really agitated, and we went and picked him up, and we thought he was constipated, and he had 2 bowel movements at home that night, and so we were like, he's doing a little better. And then the next morning, Mom was
sick.
Yep.
He was throwing up, and then I took him into the clinic again. They took an x-ray and numbers, and they said something's not right. So then we went to the ER to Children's to do more testing. They did a lot of testing. There was something going on with his intestines. They had to do some procedures. They kept us overnight, and then they were just going to do another x-ray and things, but his stomach didn't go down any. So that's when they decided to do the CT scan. And then they had some fluid in his lungs that they found accidentally, actually, from one of the x-rays. And then they decided to put a chest tube in. So he went in for anesthesia, put a chest tube in, and then within 2 to 3 hours, we knew that he had Burkitt's lymphoma.
Just came down when he was brought down to the PICU because he was on a ventilator. Because of having the chest tube in, you want to have a child at least not have that pain. And yeah, they were able to test the fluid that was not in his lungs but around his lungs, and Burkitt's is one of those ones that they can test that fluid. So, and the next day we had started a chemo because Burkitt's lymphoma is the fastest growing cancer in the body. Fastest growing, but best reactive to chemotherapy. So our oncologist was amazing that way by saying, if you're dealt a hand that you're forced to have, at least this is one we know we can deal with. He said it's going to be tough, and it is tough for any family that goes through this because it's not right. So when we do the testing, they would do they did a spinal tap and then a bone marrow biopsy because Burkitt's is a type of lymphoma that can go everywhere. And his spinal tap came back negative, which was good, but it came back positive in his bone marrow. So that sets it at stage 4 because you're in multiple organs and in your bone marrow. So then that makes it 8 rounds of chemotherapy, with the first 4 being the most intense, and then the last 4 being what they would call maintenance chemo. I think we're on the uphill climb, let's put it that way. So the downhill was a crater. We're supposed to have potholes, but we had a lot of craters, and that was very tough for the family. And the support we got, you need to take it from whoever offers it. That's what I want to tell other families too during this too. If anyone says anything, like our next door neighbor, he mows our lawn for us because he said, no, you don't need to worry about any yard work, because you need to deal with Henry. So you just got to take things like that. So I think it's great also because it shows like there's other people out there that care and know that it is a battle, and to reward him for small things like he doesn't know he's doing a great job. Like he just is a 3-year-old right now running around being crazy. It's kind of cool where now we can say, Henry, this is this is why you got this, and this is why we got this. It's you. It's all on you, man. It's nothing Mom and Dad did. It is all on you. So